So let's start seated. Oh, I've got my chair all turned around. All right, so settling into your chair. I always say sit away from the backrest of the chair, but if you ever have any back pain or anything that needs the support of the backrest, then by all means, you can rest against the backrest as well. If it feels okay to come away from the backrest, then we'll sit with the back a little bit free. And then settling the sit bones into the chair. Letting the feet be on the floor. Giving yourself a few moments to settle in when you're ready. Hands can rest wherever they feel good. Find some space in the chest and upper back to breathe. Maybe some softness in the shoulders, softness in the face, the jaw, the forehead. And really allow the sit bones to land in the chair. Feel the heaviness. Let them sink into the seat of the chair, giving your weight to the chair, giving your weight to the support below you. And then do the same thing with the feet. Let the feet land on the ground. Feel the weight of the feet rest into the ground. And then start to bring your awareness inward. Maybe focusing on the breath to begin. Just noticing each breath as it happens. This inhale. This exhale. As you stay with your breath for some time, you might allow the breath to start to deepen a little bit. You might find some expansion of the breath and breathing more deeply into the belly, maybe lower down into the pelvis. You might allow the breath to go wider, breathing into the shoulders, breathing down through the hips. Expanding the breath even further, down through the arms, down through the legs. Right to the very tips of the fingers and tips of the toes. letting the whole body breathe. Spending just another breath or two here. And then starting to bring your awareness back into the space around you. And we'll move into our movement portion. So starting with the head and the neck, we'll exhale to dip the chin down towards the chest. Inhaling to lift the chin up. Continuing to move as you breathe. Letting your head come back to neutral, back to center when you're ready. And then we'll turn the head from side to side with the breath. Inhaling in center, exhaling to look over one shoulder. Inhaling back to center when you're ready. Exhaling over the other way. And continuing to move with your breath. Making your way back to center when you're ready. Pause and breathe. Notice sensations. And then we'll draw some circles with the nose as though you were drawing circles in the air. And moving into the neck in this way. Switching directions when you're ready. Circling the head the other way. Making your way back to center as you're ready. Give yourself a moment to pause. And then moving into the shoulders, rolling the shoulders, whichever direction feels most natural first. And then rolling the shoulders the other way. Releasing the shoulders down, pausing for a moment. Notice how the shoulders feel, how the neck feels so far. And then let's shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale to release the shoulders down. Finding a couple more. Inhaling the shoulders up. And exhaling the shoulders down. One more time, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Give yourself a few moments to pause. Notice how the shoulders feel. We'll move down into the arms a little bit. So starting off either with the hands on the waist or down by your sides. And we'll move with breath, sweeping the arms up only as high as feels okay for shoulders, just finding the range of movement that feels comfortable. And then exhale the hands down again when you're ready. About twice more in this direction, as long as it feels good. One more time. And then let's sweep the arms forward and up. Same kind of movement, inhaling. And exhaling down. About twice more, just to the degree that feels good. Releasing the hands down for the last time. The hands can either hang down by your sides or come back to your lap. You might shrug the shoulders a little bit. Just notice how the shoulders feel. Notice how the neck feels. And we'll move down into the wrists and find some wrist circles. Hands can be open or closed. And we'll switch directions, a few wrist circles the other way. Shake out the hands, shake out the wrists. Working the elbows gently in towards the sides. We'll let the palms face the floor, and then we'll move into the wrist from here as well. Sweeping the fingers up, sort of in the direction of the ceiling with that intention. If there's any pain, it can always be less of an angle. It's going to the degree that feels okay. And then we'll sweep the fingertips down towards the floor. Same principle, just to the degree that feels okay in the hands. Gentle movement, gentle stretch. We'll sweep the fingers up towards the ceiling or with the intention of taking them in that direction. And then down towards the ceiling again. Or floor, other way. Fingertips forward again, palms facing the floor. And then we'll move the hands laterally. So keeping the fingers sort of together. We'll tip the hand so that the thumb side of the hand comes in towards the belly. And then we'll go the other way, pinky side out. Go once more in each direction. Thumb side in, tips in, or turns in. And then pinky side out. Releasing the fingertips forward, releasing the elbows from your sides, shake out the wrists, shake out the hands, shake out the fingers. And we'll do the stretching and clenching of the fingers, again, to the degree that feels okay for your hands. Bringing the fingers, bringing them in towards the idea of making a fist, and then stretching them out with the idea of spreading them as apart as they feel okay to go. And then we'll move between those two shapes as quick as possible. We might stretch the arms out if that feels okay. Maybe reaching the finger or turning the palms up. You might bring the hands forward, palms down. And maybe palms up again. You might reach overhead to the degree that feels okay. Palms facing each other, palms forward. And let's sweep them down towards the hips. Palms facing the hips, and palms facing behind. Maybe reaching out behind just a little bit. Keep going. And then release. Shake out the hands. If the forearms need a little bit of love, you can give a little massage. And then pause again. Give yourself the chance to check in on the arms, on the fingers, on the hands, shoulders, neck. All right, let's move into the shoulder blades. So with the intention of drawing the shoulder blades towards each other, you can use the arms as assistance if you like. Hands can come to the waist, drawing the elbows back, or palms facing the floor, drawing the elbows back, or you can go up higher, cactus arms. Whichever variation makes the most sense for your body. Pull shoulder blades together on the inhale. Exhale to release. Let's do one more, and this time maybe holding the shoulder blades towards each other, finding a little bit of opening in the chest. Some space around the heart as the shoulder blades sort of push the heart forward. Keeping the neck out of the work out of the neck if possible. And then release the shoulder blades again, come back to neutral. Let's spread the shoulder blades apart this time. We'll spread the arms wide. And then bring right arm underneath left. Coming to hug yourself a little bit. And then if it feels good, you can either draw the elbows away from you and spread the shoulder blades that way. You can also bring the elbows in towards the belly, rounding forward, and let the shoulder blades pull apart that way. You might imagine breathing into the space between the shoulder blades. If you're curled forward, start to roll up. We'll spread the arms wide. And then we'll switch arms, left coming underneath right this time. Hugging yourself once more. And again, either elbows can reach away, or you can draw the elbows in towards the belly, curling forward. Breathing into that space between the shoulder blades. Then rolling back up if you're curled in. Releasing the arms, stretching them wide one more time. And then releasing the arms. A little bit more for the shoulder blades. We'll aim to slide them up and down the back. So we can use the arms for this as well. Elbows can be bent, palms facing each other in front of you. And then we'll start to slowly lift the arms up with your intention or with your awareness on the shoulder blades to see when they start to move, if you can feel them. And then we'll bring the arms down again. Playing with this a few times. You might move with breath. You might inhale to stretch the arms up, but you might just move and breathe. It doesn't necessarily need to be coordinated. See if you can feel any movement in the shoulder blades. Sliding up, sliding down. You can play with one arm at a time as well. See if one's a little bit easier to access. One more time to even out. When you feel about even again, we'll release the arms. Soften the work away, soften the shoulder blades, shoulders. Give yourself a moment to pause. Okay, let's move into a side bend. So just reestablishing the tall seat. Really feel the sit bones reaching or settling into the chair. Feel that heaviness in the sit bones. And then we'll start to reach the arms away in any direction. The arms can go wide, they can go in a wide V shape or straight up. But just imagine that the fingertips are reaching away from the body. The sit bones are reaching down away from the arms, the sides of the body. We're sort of stretched in opposite directions. Breathe here. With every inhale, thinking about reaching the fingertips away. With every exhale, just being in the pose. One more inhale to stretch sit bones down and fingertips away. On your exhale, we'll tip over to one side. Keep reaching the fingertips, keep reaching the sit bones. Then we'll inhale all the way back up again. Then we'll go to the other side. Exhale, sit bones down, fingertips away, breathe. Inhaling back up. And then we'll release the arms. Notice how the sides of your body feel. Maybe a little bit of stretch into the armpits or arms. Just check in. And then we'll move into our twist. So keeping the feet firmly on the ground. A little bit of push of the feet into the ground, just lightly, nothing too strenuous or strong. With the idea of keeping the spine upright. Nice tall seat. Breathe here, nice big inhale. As you exhale, turning the shoulders to one side. Your hands can catch your leg if you like. Maybe the seat of the chair if that feels good. And you might imagine reaching or looking over your back shoulder if that feels okay for the neck. Breathing into the ribs, breathing into the back body. Finding that expansive breath even within the twist. Where can you send your breath? Unwinding when you're ready. Pause back in center. And then we'll turn the other way. Nice big inhale first. Exhale, turn the shoulders the other way. Hands can land on the leg, maybe the seat of the chair. You might look over the back shoulder on this side. Notice how your body feels. Sending your breath into the ribs, into the back body. Finding the nooks and crannies for your breath to expand. And then unwinding when you're ready, coming back to center. Pause as you even out again. And then we'll move into our arching and rounding of the spine. Hands can come towards the knees. With an inhale, let's bring the heart forward and send the shoulders back, arching the spine. Then exhale, round the spine, Halloween cat or wood bug. And moving with your breath. Inhaling the heart forward. Exhaling to round the spine. Making your way back up to your tall seat when you feel balanced the next time. And then we'll move into some core work. So for our core work today, let's change it up a little bit. I'm going to turn my chair around. Let's mostly use the legs. So we'll bring the seat way back in the chair so that you actually have the backrest to work with. Hands can be on the lap or on your waist or just resting, and we'll work mostly with the legs. So rather than tipping back into a boat pose like we normally do, or finding that compression between knee and thighs, let's start with one leg at a time. So lifting the leg of your choice, stretching and lifting. Then see if you can lift the leg up off the chair. Keep breathing. And then release that leg down. And we'll try the other side. Stretching and lifting the other leg up. Keep breathing while it's lifting. And then release the leg down. And we'll try a different variation. Going back to the first leg, rather than stretch the leg first, we'll bend the knee or keep the knee bent while we lift the leg. And then from there, see if you can straighten it out to any degree. Keep breathing. And we'll bend the knee again and release the leg down. Second side, knee stays bent, lift the bent knee. Straighten it out to the degree that feels okay, breathe. And then bend the knee again. Release the leg down. So let's turn this into a little bit of a flow. We'll inhale from the tall seat, from this more standard position. As you exhale, we'll start the work. Bring the knee up, first knee. Inhale to stretch the leg out. Exhale to bend the knee again. Inhale to release the leg down. Other side. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale, stretch the leg out. Exhale, bend the knee in. Inhale, release the leg down. Pause for a breath. Then we'll do the whole cycle again. Coming back to the first leg. We'll inhale with both feet on the floor. Exhale, first knee lifts. Inhale, stretch the leg away. Exhale, bend the leg. Inhale to release the leg down. Other side, bend, exhale. Inhale, stretch the leg away. Exhale, bend the knee again. Inhale, release the leg down. Come back to your tall seat. Pause for a moment. You can rest against the backrest or keep a tall seat as we come back to center. If it would feel good to soften away the work, you might wiggle the knees from side to side if that would feel good. You can also fold forward, finding that softness in the belly, some length in the low back. And you can always fold more deeply than the thighs allow if your forearms are supported on your thighs. If it would feel good to release the arms to the sides of your legs, you can bring the belly right to the thighs as well, only if it feels good. And then we'll come back. Okay, last part of our core work. We'll play with both legs, maybe. This might be a disaster, we'll see. So sitting again, you can have the support of your backrest, but rather than lifting one knee at a time, we'll play with the idea of lifting both. So finding that tall seat, nice big inhale. As you exhale, my mat already wants to move, bending both knees. So with the idea of lifting them off the floor, they might not go anywhere. Maybe the toes just get a little bit lighter, but imagine that you could lift both feet. If it would help, and if it feels okay, you could hold the edge of the seat, kind of as some support. You might find a little bit of lift. Then maybe we could play with stretching both legs out. There's no lift for me anymore. They're right back on the chair. And then bending the legs again, we'll bring them back. Either sweeping the legs from side to side or both. You could sweep the legs from side to side, let go of any work in the tops of the thighs or anywhere else. And then maybe leaning forward, either supported on the thighs or letting the belly come to the thighs and letting the head soften. Let the belly soften, let the low back soften. And then coming back up to the tall seat one last time. We'll move into the cross body core work. So for the cross body work, feet can stay on the ground or one knee at a time can lift. So we'll bring opposite elbow and knee towards each other. So either the elbow can do all the work or they can meet in the middle. Your choice. We'll move with breath, inhaling in center, exhaling to find the squeeze. Inhaling back, exhaling other side. When you feel about even, come back to center, release the arms. Again, it might feel good to fold, either supported on the thighs or a deeper fold. But imagine softening away the work in the belly, the sides. If it would feel good to swivel the knees from side to side again, that might feel nice. Okay, coming back to the tall seat, we'll move into the hips. Starting off with one leg of your choice. We'll lift a knee, find some circles in the hip. And then we'll switch directions, circles the other way. Bringing the knee forward, we'll keep the thigh still and then move the leg in some lower circles or lower leg in circles. Switching directions when you're ready. And then some ankle circles. Switching directions. Pointing and flexing the foot a few times. And then flexing and stretching the toes a few times. And releasing the foot to the ground when you're ready. Give yourself a moment to notice differences so far from one side to the other. And then we'll move over to the other leg. So knee lifts and then finding some circles in the hip. And switching directions. And the knee forward, we'll find some lower leg circles. Switching directions. And then keeping the shin still, we'll find some ankle circles. Switching directions. Pointing and flexing the foot. Flexing and stretching the toes a few times. And then releasing the foot to the floor. Now noticing again differences from one side to the other now that both have moved. And then moving through our thumb salutations. Hands can start where they feel good, on your legs or down by your sides. With your inhale, sweeping the arms up to the degree that feels good for your shoulders. Exhale to release the hands down. Bringing the heart forward, shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, round the spine, Halloween cat. Inhaling back up to neutral. Exhale to fold, finding your forward fold, knees can widen if you like. With an inhale, we'll sweep the right arm up into a twist. You might follow the hand with your eyes. And then exhale that hand down. Other side, inhaling the left arm up into a twist. And then exhale down. Coming all the way back up, sweep the arms. And release the hands. Pause for a breath. Other end, it's round two, second one. Inhale up. Exhale to release. Bringing the heart forward, shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, round the spine, Halloween cat. Coming all the way back up to seated, inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhaling one arm up into a twist, follow the hand with your eyes. And then exhale that arm down again. Other side, inhaling the arm up into a twist. Exhale the arm down. And all the way back up. Scoop the arms, come back to your tall seat. Release the hands. Pause for a breath. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Heart forward, inhale. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, back to neutral. Hold on the exhale. Coming into your twist, inhale, one arm. And exhale. Other side, inhale. And exhale. Coming all the way back up. Releasing hands. Pause for a breath. And then we'll come up to standing. We'll start off with a balance pose. So using the backrest of the chair. Give yourself just a little bit of space between you and the chair because the inside leg is going to swivel out. So we'll stand on the outside leg. Inside leg starts to lift. The toes can stay on the floor. And we'll swivel the knee towards the chair. Aim to keep the pelvis facing forward. And we're drawing the knee back to the degree that feels okay for both hip and knee. And then if it feels okay, you can lift that foot either onto your shin or into your inner thigh. You want to avoid the knee joint. Toes can always stay on the floor. Keep the hip of the standing leg drawing in and the knee drawing back. It would feel good to play with a little more balance here by letting the supportive hand get lighter. It's an option, always an option. Breathe. And we'll bring the knee forward. Lift and straighten the leg as high as you can. One more breath. Then release the leg down. You might wiggle the hips a little bit. So having warmed up this hip, we'll stay here for a moment. We'll do two more, maybe three more poses, sort of with the idea of getting into a dancing warrior. So let's step the feet wide. We'll turn the toes closest to the chair, towards the chair. And then we'll bend into that knee, bending the knee towards the chair. Keep your knee in line with your middle toes rather than letting the knee collapse forward. We're drawing the knee back just like we did in the balance. And then here too, we've got options for arms. Maybe the back arm reaches back. Maybe the front arm reaches forward. You can always hang on to the chair rather than move that arm. But if you're feeling stable, that arm might reach. Warrior two. To turn this into a reverse warrior, the front hand can come to the chair again. The back hand can start to slide down your thigh. Coming into a little bit of a side bend on the side closest to the chair. If you're feeling stable, you've got an option for the front arm. It might reach up and back. That's crazy. There's no obligation to come here. Let the hand come back to the chair if it's lifted. We'll come back up, maybe briefly pause in our warrior two, maybe the arms wide. Then last pose of the dancing warrior sequence. Front hand comes to the chair, or forearm can come to the chair, or your hand or forearm can come to the thigh. Choosing the variation that feels good. The back hand can either come to your waist, or you can reach towards the chair side of the room, reaching to that opposite wall, side angle pose. And coming all the way back, briefly back in our warrior two. Then we'll release the knee, turn the toes forward, step the feet back together. Come to a mountain pose. Notice if you're thoroughly stretched out more on one side than the other, and let's even out. So the chair will come to the other side. Give yourself that little bit of space so that your knee has space to turn towards the chair. Standing on the outside leg, inside foot gets light. We'll swivel the knee towards the chair. Keep the standing hip strong, pulled in. Toes can stay on the floor, sole of the foot can lift, either to the shin or to the inner thigh. Keep the knee drawing back, breathe. Hand can get lighter if you wish. Hands can be out for balance. Breathe. Then we'll bring the knee forward, lift and straighten the leg as high as you can. Release the leg down. Wiggle out anything that needs a little wiggle, and then we'll step the feet wide. Foot closest to the chair will turn towards the chair. We'll bend into the knee, keep the knee in line with the middle toes. So the knee sort of keeps drawing back. Finding our warrior two. Back arm might reach. Front arm might stay on the chair, or it might reach. To turn this into a reverse warrior, the hand can go back to the chair. The furthest hand can slide down your thigh, coming into a side bend. Option to lift that arm if you wish. We'll come back through to warrior two. The hand can come back to the chair, or you can reach the arms wide. And to find our side angle, the hand or forearm can come to the chair or to your thigh. The back hand can come to the waist, or reach to the chair side of the room. And making your way back up briefly through warrior two. Maybe just one more revisiting of arms wide, knee bent. Then we'll release the arms back to the chair, turn the toes forward, step the feet back together. And pause in an even standing position. So before we close, noticing if your body's looking for anything, any other movement. It might feel nice, we didn't do any downward dogs, it might feel nice to let the hands rest on the backrest and walk the feet back, stretching out the spine. So if that's something that would feel good, maybe finding that. But if there's another movement that would feel better, give yourself permission to move in any way that your body's asking for. And when you feel ready, when you feel satisfied, we'll make our way back to the chair. You settle back into your chair, give yourself a couple of moments just to come back to the breath. You can rest your hands on your body or not. Bring your awareness to the current inhale or exhale. And then as we move to close practice, your hands can stay where they are or rest in your lap. They might come over your heart or into prayer. But send gratitude to yourself first for taking the time, for moving and breathing together, and for honoring your body and your breath. With much gratitude for allowing me to guide you through practice. And with gratitude to all the students and teachers who have come before us. Om Shanti. Shanti Shanti. Om Peace. Peace, peace. Thank you.